Good morning, students. This is the last part of Economics Chapter 1 Development. So, before we start this part, let us recall the conclusion of the previous part, where we have already discussed about the average income or the per capita income along with other criteria. As we know that according to the per capita income, Haryana ranks first, which you can see in the given table. Whereas in other criterias like infant mortality rate, literacy rate, and net attendance ratio, where Kerala ranks first. And that is the reason that people of Kerala are more happy than the state having highest per capita income. Now, what are the reasons that the state Haryana, who has more income than the average person in Kerala, but lags behind in these crucial areas? So, the reasons are money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live well. Means, income is not a completely adequate indicator of material goods and services that citizens are able to use. For example, with money, we cannot buy pollution-free environment or unadulterated medicines, and even we cannot protect us from infectious disease. Second, public facilities like schools, colleges, hospitals, transport facilities, these all are based on demand. Now let us understand it more better. In your area, if you are only interested in studying, would you be able to study? No, unless your parents could afford you to send in private school elsewhere. So, you are able to study because many other children also wants to study. Now let us understand with the third point. Money cannot buy equal treatment in the society. It cannot buy freedom, dignity, security, etc. Now, take an example. Will it be cheaper to have collective security for the whole locality or for each house to have its own security men? Obviously, collectively. So, there has been always a collective effort of teamwork between the government or society in providing all these to the general public. So, this we come to know that money cannot buy all the goods and services that we may need to live with. Now, come to the next topic, BMI or Body Mass Index. What is Body Mass Index? It determines a person's weight in regard to his height. Through this index, we come to know whether the person is underweight, whether the person is overweight, or the person is normal. Now, how can we calculate it? First, weight of a person in kg and height in meters is taken. Now, divide the weight by the square of the height, and the formula is there. BMI is equals to weight in kg divided by height square in meters. If the BMI is less than 18.5 after this calculation, then the person is underweight. And if the BMI or body mass index is more than 25, then the person is overweight. But note one thing, this criteria is not applicable to the growing children. So, we come to the next topic, how to measure development. As we have already studied, first we saw total income, then average, but they both have their drawbacks. Then we saw other criterias also in the 4 states. So, we have finally come to the conclusion that HDI or Human Development Index is an attribute to measure development. Now first, let us learn what is Human Development Index. The HDI, it is a statistical tool used to measure a country's overall achievement in its social and economic dimensions. And these social and economic dimensions of a country are based on three criteria or based on three indicators. And these are the health of the people, their level of education attainment, and their standard of living. Or we can also say that the three indicators are gross national income or GNI per capita. Second is life expectancy at birth. And the third one is literacy rate for 15 years. Now this HDI or Human Development Report, it is published every year by UNDP, that is United Nations Development Program. Now this is the HDI 2019 report, and these are the data regarding India and its neighbors. Here we can see that out of these 6 countries, Sri Lanka's per capita income is highest with highest life expectancy at birth along with literacy rate for 15 years. And when we talk about the rank of these countries, then the rank of Sri Lanka in HDI, it is 71, whereas India's rank is only 129, and these ranks are out of 189 countries. So here we can see that Sri Lanka, which is very small in area as compared to India, still its rank in HDI is higher than other countries. Now then, who is on first rank? Yes, Norway is on first rank in the world with HDI value of 0.954. So these are some data of Human Development Index for the year 2019. Now this is our last topic of this chapter, sustainability of development, which we have already read in geography. So what is sustainable development? Sustainable development means development should take place without damaging the environment, and development in the present should not compromise with the needs of the future generations. So this is called sustainable development. Now the questions that are formed from today's topic. First is, money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you need to live well. Justify your statement with any of 3 suitable arguments. Question number 2. What is Human Development Index? Which organization measures the HDI? Explain the 3 major indicators of the HDI. The third question is, in what respects is the criteria used by the UNDP for measuring development different from the one used by the World Bank? Fourth question is, what are the limitations used by the criteria of World Bank? Fifth question is, what is sustainable development? Suggest any 5 ways in which resources can be used judicially. Sixth, the earth has enough resources to meet the need of all, but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. How is this statement relevant to the discussion of development Explain. And the last question is, why is the issue of sustainability important for the development? So that's all with this chapter. Thank you.